Talent People Ministry present Knowledge of Marriage with Dr. Fritz, counselor, specialist in family problem solution, premarital counseling, conflict, and sexual desire. Good evening or good morning. Thank you for receiving me. It depends at the time you receive it. If that please you, please subscribe, partage the video to your friend, and don't forget to leave me with a commentary. It is very, very important for me. Tonight, we're going to um, have an interesting subject. It said, they say women cannot be trusted for the fabricate, lie, and to true. Wow, this is a really what they say. Women cannot be trusted for the fabricate lie and to truth. The power of influence, a reflection of trust and and the sorry and fidelity. They say you cannot trust a woman that they lie and also turn false story into truth. This is a very big problem. Uh, how come you cannot trust a woman? Well, women are very special. Sometimes when they enter to marriage, there is something called love or embrace the husband and the wife. But the woman love that the man be around her, I'm sorry, around her. But sometimes the man leave the woman home and then she's suffering and waiting for the husband. What can happen? So men always stay longer working and sometimes forget if the wife are waiting for them. And but that's create a problem and sometimes they don't realize that. The story come this way. A man trusts his wife to be with his best friend while he's out. The gentleman respect boundary, remaining polite, respectful, and obedient around his friend wife. He always maintain himself, never try to do anything because he respect his friend. Everything seemed fine until the lady requests assistance while her husband was out of the country. This time, because the friend always around, and even sometimes even the husband there. So when the husband is out, so the friend come to the house, it become a friend of the house, and the husband trusts his friend to his wife. So and then what's happening? Most of the time, the guy always there to help or whatever if the wife need him. He always there politely and serve and do what the wife wants him to do. There's nothing wrong there. That's his friend. But one day, the husband leave the country. That means is out of the country. Only the men in the house around the wife. Then the man is very polite. He always do things nicely, politely, and obediently. The wife take advantage at the absence of the husband to ask this guy or make an appropriate request to him, who always been there to support her needs. Disadvantage is a treatment of to destroy the relationship. That means if he did what the lady asked him to do, that's going to be the set that won't destroy the relationship between him and his friend. The guy refused, saying, "No, I cannot do this to my best friend while he's out. No, no, I cannot betray him because he's my best friend." The woman said, "Hey, come on, man. Yes, you can't. And no one will know, only you and me." While they were still debating, because one woman wants something, she must have it. And, and that's sometimes we're not realizing that, because that's a reason when husband married to his wife, make sure the husband must be around the wife to support it, not to for jealousy, try to watch the woman. No, because the woman always need her husband around to give him love. But most of the time, the husband out of his way. And that's the time mostly she need the husband. And unfortunately, most of the men don't know that. Some men are jealous, but it is not recommended to leave your wife with another person, who whatever the person is. Because most of the time, when that person may be obedient and serve your wife in the way that she appreciated, she might develop something that not because she wanted, but it's depend the time. That's the reason they say when you guys going to get married, you must see a counselor. That's thing you need to know. That means you don't have to develop anything bizarre if something happened, and that means has not been planned. Because there is thing behind you that you need to know. What I am doing here, I'm trying to give you a head, let you know what you need to know. Because sometimes you guys don't know and you do things on your own and you develop ideas, and that means things make you never know what's going to happen. But anyway, what I would like to tell you today, always be with your wife and your wife always be with your husband. That is more secure. Do not trust nobody around your wife. Not just because you're jealous, because this is mandatory. That where if you going out, you go with your wife. And most of the time when you going out of country, well, I'm not saying you must go, but sometimes that leave a problem behind because your absence will create a problem because most there's a time probably your wife might need you the most. Okay, and also there's a time and you men you're not supposed to go out of your wife when the time that's the time that you're going to have the menstruation because the time of menstruation time that's the time she feel love and she want to have love. And if you're not there, anything can happen. Unfortunately, uh, I don't know if that was that moment, but the friend was in the house with the lady, and the lady asked her make a demand that the man cannot accept. Sorry. Yeah, the man cannot accept, and the man categorically refused it. While they're arguing, the husband is back and found them fighting. There was, but the way they was fighting because the woman was forcing him to do what he's not supposed to do. He refused to do. But there was both in the house, and that's the time. Sorry, that's the time the husband returned, and the woman falsely accused the man, saying he has touched her inappropriately. And the husband immediately believed his wife and confronted her, her friend. And that was very hard for him because the husband does not believe him, but he believes his wife. This lie caused the innocent man his death because the guy beat him and shot him, and things going so badly. What happened in the Bible? Joseph faced a similar situation. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him, but Joseph resists out of loyalty to his master and revenge for God and reference to God because of the false accusation. Joseph was thrown into prison. Men, you must take your time. Do not believe your wife instantly if something happened. You need to take your time to investigate in any situation. especially when come to intimate love. And this story, we found that in Genesis 39, 7 to 9. After a while, his master wife took notice of Joseph and said, "Come to bed with me." But Joseph refused. "With me in charge," he told her, "my master does me everything. He gives me power on everything of the house except you, because you are his wife. If I cause this problem, that means I will destroy myself and my God and also my master. I cannot against my God. I cannot sin like that." Joseph, but the woman was so insistent. He said, "If you refuse me, I am going to tell my husband a lie." Potiphar did believe her and threw Joseph in prison. Suddenly, men never imagined that a wife temptation or deception can become a trap that destroys friendship and trust. So it is very important when you get married, you do not let things happen lightly. You need to be cautious. Out of love, they act impulsively, believing their approved word without careful thought. Yet sometimes women use manipulation to cover their own wrongs. Yet sometimes women use manipulation. This reason, it is unwise to leave a trusted friend alone with one wife or fiancé. Now, most of the time, friends believe in friends, sometimes believe in maybe families. Sometimes there's a man came out of another country. But if you see you're not going to be in your house, do not leave your wife with any man. That can turn to negative. If your wife make a suggestion, if the person doesn't like it, she will force it. So, but you're not going to believe the person, you're going to believe whatever your wife says. In the Bible, we have many examples. Jezebel, wife of King Ahab, she incited Ahab to do evils, including murdering Naboth. When she asked him to do that just to seize his vineyard. So that means the guy owns his wine, but the wife, he forced his husband to kill him just to own it. If you Go in 1 King 21, you can read that story. Her influence was rooted in power and control, no love, not love. Delilah with Samson. She pressured Samson to reveal the secret of his strength. That's why I say, man, be careful. Sometimes women might be sweet to you. I love you. Just tell me that you have to be very careful when you get married. Your job is to do the right, but you also need to watch your step because you can get in trouble. Samson, at the end, revealed his secret and she betrayed him and leave it to the Philistine. This is a big deception. The last one, and that's the one we are suffering for it now, that Eve with Adam gave some to Adam out of the curiosity because she was very curious. Satan get in and give him a lie. She ate from the tree of knowledge and gave some to his partner, which we call Adam. If you read Genesis 3, you will discover this malice. Her influence led to disobedience and strategy and caused the world until now. The action of the curiosity of Eve cost us. Not only Adam and her was out of the garden, but the whole generation is paying for. So it is very difficult when you guys, you don't keep the way you're supposed to be as a husband and let love control you. Yes, I love my wife, and the wife will tell you anything and you believe. I am not telling you don't believe your wife. You must work with your wife. But when you call to infidelity, disobedience, make sure you do not push yourself forward. Listen to yourself. Take time to study. Does that mean all the women are bad? No. But women are very dangerous. When you come, they need affection. Yes. When they need something. But they are good women too. There are also positive women in the Bible. I just gave you three. I just mentioned three. There are positive women in the Bible who influence others. Esther, queen of the Persia. She risked her life to plead with the king to save her people. Read that Esther 4-7. Her influence was courageous, loving, and wise. So that's a one good woman. Abigail, wife of the Nabal. Later, David, with humility and discernment, she prevented David from shedding blood after her husband insult. If you read that in 1 Samuel 25, David praised her wisdom and later married her. So there is good women too. But in life, when a man married, he must be careful. Don't let love push you to the front. In conclusion, I would like to tell you, the power of influence, whether through trust, love, or manipulation, should never be underestimated. And definitely, deceit and manipulation have destroyed friendship, family, and even nation. So if your wife have an affair with another one and force someone to have an affair with her and you catch her, believe me, she will tell you the big lie. She was there. She never do nothing. That's him who come to do it. And you as a man, you going to come, to defend your wife. Yes, you must defend your wife. But be careful. Be careful. But the thing what you need to know is be around your wife. Serve her. Love her. At the same time, wise and love influence has saved life and turned heart toward God. The lesson is clear, chers amis. Listen, trust must be, when I say trust, you must trust your partner. You must trust it. But you must take time to analyze whatever came from in your relationship. Do not take a decision emotionally just because you hear something. While some women and scripture use their influence for destruction, or they use for salvation and peace. So you see, that's why you need to take your time. Some of them may destroy, some of them may use it for salvation. That's why they say there is good women and there is bad women. But in woman nature, they can lie. Therefore, rather than generalizing this trust, you must learn to realize the difference between destructive manipulation and positive godly influence. So when you get married, that's why they ask you, you need to be emotionally prepared. If you are not prepared, anything can happen to you. Ultimately, true loyalty is not just to human being, but to God, who sees all things and reward faithfulness. God can see anything. You, as a human, you can't see it. But if you use your judgmental, you taking time, whatever happens, do not fight without analyze whatever come to you. A man should take time to think before reacting in matter of love. It is very important. If you move emotionally, you're going to create problem. The Bible say you must love your wife. You must support your wife. But you have to be careful. If you're not there, something happen, do not move forward without asking question, taking time, because if you do not take time, you might cross the line. If you cross the line, it might be impossible for you to fix what you do. Now, I would like you go to the commentary, ask question, because I would love to see your reaction. The best way to do it is leave me some commentary. Are you agree to leave your wife in the house with friend that you trust? If you do, if something happen, are you going to move and destroy and believe your wife without knowing if your wife was the one who probably asked a favor that the other party refused to do it, and they're having the discussion while you in, and then you try to believe your wife? It is that mean that can happen? Yes. It's not, you can't just say, oh, no, the person cannot do it. Yes, the person can do it too. Because sometimes there is people who doesn't respect themselves. But for the good reason, I'm going to advise you today. When you married, try to live with your family. Do not bring other people in the house. When you bring too many people in your house, it might create problem. Make sure you're in control. Make sure you be with the person. You cannot just leave it and you go away. The secret is very simple. Sometimes women are alone. Women appreciate a lot when somebody do them a favor. It's the way she born. That's the way she is. That's on her DNA. And that's why when she married with you, you see she come to you all the time because she appreciates you because you are the husband. She wants feeling you all the time. But when you are not there and you leave somebody maybe who helping her do your job, she might have another vision, something develop in her to appreciate the person. But unfortunately, the way she gonna appreciate the person, that's not the way it's supposed to be. So that's may create problem Some people may take advantage and that thing become a disaster anyway, but others will respect that and refuse. If that person refuse to do it, she might say, well, if you don't do it, I am going to tell the whole world, I'm going to tell my husband that you force on me. So that's a very dangerous. So today, I am not telling you don't believe your wife, but I'm going to tell you, you need to take precaution. You need to take precaution not to believe what you hear. You need to bring the subject. Hear both parties. Take time to listen. Do not destroy, interrupt. None of them. And with your good sense, you can make your own judgment. You may make a wrong judgment, but if you listen and you pray God to guide you, you will see. But the good thing, try not to bring no one to your house while you are not there. That's very important. Okay? So I'm going to leave you, and I hope every one of you learned something today, because this program that I'm on it now is to advise you. I'm not here to, to say things that probably you like. I'm here to let you know what you need to know. And what you know already, maybe you never put it in an application. That's why we're talking connaissance, no mariage. You have knowledge of marriage. That knowledge, it tell you things you know and things you never know. So, lady, gentlemen, I hope you take a note and you learn something. Do not leave your wife alone in the house. Especially, do not leave your wife with a friend, even if it is your best friend. Okay? So, do not bring your mother, your father, your cousin, your brother, the whole family, bring it to your house. Something may happen. If it's come, it has to be something temporarily. You cannot sit down there and say you rely on this is no. Family require husband, wife, and children. That's why you require. Others, you need to take precaution. You need to talk. And if something happens, do not, do not, do not act emotionally. This is a wise decision. May God bless you. I ask you to pass that video to another person that you may save his life, because we need to know what we don't know. Bye bye.